Hi, this is Teacher Giovanni and welcome to Mind's online tutorial. Our lesson is division of 4 or more digits decimal numbers. So I encourage you to watch this video until the end because I believe if you find hard to divide numbers like this, you will be amazed after you watch this video on how to divide these numbers easily. Because most of the learners today are having hard time dividing numbers like this, especially if they are dealing with decimal numbers with more than 4 digits. So I encourage you to watch this video until the end so that you will be able to know how to divide numbers like this easily. So let's get started. Now, the first thing that we are going to do here is to look at the divisor. This is always the thing that you have to consider in dividing decimal numbers. Look at the divisor, if the divisor is a decimal number or not. Because our purpose here is to make the divisor a whole number. Since our divisor here is 34.02 and it is definitely decimal number, we have to make it a whole number by moving the decimal point to the right depending on the number of decimal places. So here we have 34.02 and we have 2 decimal places, so we gonna move the decimal point to the right 2 times. But before that, it is also very important that you know the table of multiplications. You know how to multiply numbers from table of 1 until table of 10. So that's very important because that's a basic foundation for you to be able to divide numbers, especially decimal numbers having 4 or more digits. Alright, so let's continue. So since 34.02 is a decimal number, we have to change it into a whole number by moving the decimal point to the right. So here, the decimal point is in between 4 and 0, so we're gonna move the decimal point to the right 2 times. Alright, to make it a whole number, 3,402. Alright, and since we move the decimal point 2 times in our divisor, we also do the same in our dividend. So we also have to move the decimal point 2 times to the right. So now, the decimal point is in between 9 and 7. So, we have to rewrite it into 119.7504. Alright? So, our new numbers here is 119.7504 divided by 3,402. Again, it is very important that you convert or change your divisor into a whole number like this. Alright, so since our divisor is a whole number now, so we divide the numbers. But as you can see here, oh, it's difficult, sir. I don't know how to divide that kind of numbers because the numbers are quite big. Alright, or the numbers are having 4 or more digits, so it's gonna be difficult. No, it's not difficult. If you are willing to learn, just continue watching this video because I believe after this video you will be enlightened that division of numbers like this is not really difficult. Alright, so here there's only one thing that we have to consider here in dividing numbers like this. Right? We have to consider only the first digit of the number. And this is what we call the trial and error technique and how to divide numbers like this. Alright? So here, the first digit in our divisor is 3 and the first digit here is 1. So if you're gonna divide 1 by 3, 0, right? Make sure that you divide a number that is bigger than the divisor. So 1 is smaller than 3, so we're gonna include the next one, which is also 1. This becomes 11. So if you didn't divide 11 divided by 3, and that is equal to 3, right? Because if we use 4 If you multiply 4 times 3, that is equal to 12, and it's more than 11, so it's not possible. So it should be equal or lower than 11. Okay? If you're gonna divide 11 by 3, that is equal to 3. So the problem here is where to put 3. Is it above 1? Is it above 9 or whatever? Alright? So here, since we are dividing 11 and 3, we also have to consider the digits after 3. Alright? So how many remaining digits here after 3? So we have 3 also. We have 4, 0, and 2. So we also have to consider the 3 digits after 11. So we have here 9, 7, and 5. So we're gonna stop until 5. So since 5 is the last digit here, so we're gonna put 3 above 5. Alright? And then we multiply that 3 to 3,402. So 3 times 0, that is equal to 6. Where do we put 6? Of course, it is below 5. Alright? And then we multiply 3 times 0, that is equal to 0. 3 times 4, that is equal to 12. We bring down 2 here and carry 1. We put 1 above 3. Alright? And we multiply 3 times 3, that is 9. And plus 1, that is 10. Alright? And now let's compare the two numbers here, regardless of the decimal point. So that is 11,975, while here is 10,206. So definitely 10,206 is smaller than 11,975. So 3 is the answer. By the way, 3 here is the highest possible answer. Alright? So it should not be more than 3, like 4, 5, and so on. It could be less than 3. So since the product of 3 and 3,402 is lesser than 11,975, so 3 is our answer. That's final. Now let's get a subtract. So we have 5 minus 6 cannot be, so we borrow from 7, so 5 becomes 15, and 7 becomes 6. So 15 minus 6, that is equal to 9. Right? And then 6 minus 0, that is 6. And 9 minus 2, that is 7. And 1 minus 0, that is 1. 1 minus 1 is 0. It's nothing. Alright? So no need for you to put 0 there. So we still have a remainder of 1,769. But remember, you still have digits to bring down. So the next digit is 0. So we're going to bring down 0 here. So 1,769 becomes 17,690. Right? So we're going to divide. So I know that 1 is going to be divided by 3, right? The same as 1 here in our first. So we're going to include 7. So that becomes 17. So that becomes 17. So we divide 17 by the first digit here, which is 3. And that is equal to 5. So of course, we're going to put 5 here right after 3. Alright. So let's gonna check if 5 is the answer. Alright, yeah, we are not yet sure if 5 is really the answer, but 5 is the highest possible answer here. So let's gonna multiply 5 times 2, that is 10. So we bring down 0 here and carry 1 here. Alright, and 5 times 0, that is 0, and plus 1, that is 1. And 5 times 4, that is 20. So we put 0 here, below 6, and carry 2. Right? And then 5 times 3, that is 15, plus 2, that is 17. Now let's compare the two numbers here. Alright. So the first number is 17,690, and here is 17,010. It's definitely smaller than the first number. So 5 is the answer. So let's subtract, that is 0. 9 minus 1, that is 8. 6 minus 0, that is 6. And 17 minus 17 is nothing. So no need for you to put 0 there. Alright, so but we still have digit 4 to bring down. So we're gonna put 4 here. Alright, so now let's follow the same procedure. Let's gonna divide the first digit here in our dividend by the first digit in our divisor. So 6 divided by 3 is 2, right? And then we multiply back to 3,402. So let's multiply first 2 times 2, that is 4. So we're gonna put 4 here. 2 times 0, that is 0. So we're gonna put 0 here. 2 times 4, that is 8. So we're gonna put 8 here. 2 times 3, that is 6. The answer is 6,804. As you can see, they are equal. So that means 6,804 minus 6,804 is 0. So no need for us to continue because we don't have any more a remainder. But we are not yet done, right? Because we have to decide where to put the decimal point. Remember that 3 here is above 5, right? And the decimal point is here. And we still have a digit here, which is 7. Remember that you have to copy the decimal point directly above, like that. And since we have a digit here, which is 7, and there's nothing here, so we're gonna put 0 here, all right? And we also have to put 0 here to determine that the number is less than 1, all right? So our answer here is 0.0352. And the proper way to read this one is 352 10,000s. Why 10,000s? Because if you're going to look at the place value of the last digit here is in 10,000s place value. So let's have tens, hundreds, thousands, 10,000s. Again, how to read this one? 352 10,000s. All right, so that's how you divide numbers like this, especially decimal numbers. So I hope that you learned something today on how to divide. And actually, this is easy, right? And there is no difficult problem that cannot be solved, right? As long as you know how to deal with it, all you have to do is to make a trial and error, just what I did here, all right? So no need for you to divide everything here because it's quite frustrating, all right? So just follow the steps, the procedure, and how to do it. And yes, I believe you will easily learn how to divide numbers, all right? All you have to do is the courage. All you have to do is the willingness to learn how to divide numbers. So that's all for today. And once again, this is Teacher Giovanni saying that math is minds. Math is not a difficult subject if you are willing to learn. Thank you so much for watching and have a great day. Bye!